Hey, this is Isaiah from realthread. I'm here at the Pickle Factory with Charlotte and Shai, and we're here to talk about all things pickles. First question.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about the origin stories of everything. How did it start? What inspired you guys?
Yeah.
Where did it all begin?
So we opened the Pickle Factory in October of 2024, and what some people don't know is that we've actually been making pickles for 14 years.
Wow.
Our pickle brand is called Olive My Pickle, and that's really how we got started.
Yeah, it's actually all started from pickles, and pickles was almost like a essential food in my home kitchen, which I'm from Israel. And making pickles with grandma and grandfather led to my parents' home. And when I got here in 2000, I still kept making pickles.
Wow.
And the pickles made to something to do for friends, family, and get us to farmers market and get us to business.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so farmers markets were how we got our start at All of My Pickle. Again, that's 14 years ago. We started there. We still do farmers markets to this day, but we evolved the business to sell online,
Yeah.
which is our primary business today. And then, of course, today we have the Pickle Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I've been a fan of, your pickle company for a long time.
Love that. Yeah.
I was actually really surprised when I was like, oh, we're working with them. That's great.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, so tell us a little bit about like where did it begin? Where is it going? Tell us a little bit about the unique story behind you guys.
Sure. So I think what's different and special about what we're doing here is that we make fermented pickles. So the first question we get is what's the difference between a fermented pickle and a regular pickle? And the answer is easy. It's saltwater brine. So it's a different process. Instead of using vinegar and pasteurization, fermentation creates a live, raw probiotic food,
Yeah.
naturally probiotic. So that means it's super good for your gut health.
Wow.
So yeah. So we make a product line of 40 different pickles, sauerkraut, kimchi. We have olives. And then we have our line of probiotic pickle juice called Live Brine. And people can take that as just a delicious pickle juice shot. So
Can you elaborate a little bit more? Like, what is the importance of gut health? Like, why would that be such a key factor? And like, why having fermented pickles in your life is important?
yeah. Well, it goes back to just the industrialization of food and pasteurization, which came about during the Industrial Revolution. Fast forward, today we have like a culture and a society that eats so much processed and packaged food,
Yeah.
and it's very sterile, which means it disrupts the gut microbiome, which is the colony of good guy bacteria that lives in your body, mostly in your gut. It's called the microbiome. It's been the subject of a lot of recent scientific research, and they're discovering that the microbiome is in charge of like a lot of body functions,
Yeah.
like your immune system and appetite regulation, and so many more things, like the gut-brain connection and even mental wellness
Wow.
goes back to gut health. So what's cool about pickles is that they're like beloved and delicious, and they happen to be just incredible gut health superfoods.
Yeah, all in
when they're
one.
fermented, I should
Right.
say. Yes.
That's awesome. That's so beautiful. I didn't know that there was such a intricate.
Yeah.
So your food seemed to have like a niche focus. Like, what is the philosophy behind what you guys offer?
Sure. So, first of all, pickles are meant to be fun and easy. Sometimes when you are discovering healthy foods and you're on a health journey for the first time, it can feel a little bit overwhelming or boring or a sense of dread that you have to give up all of your favorite foods.
Yeah.
We know that's the case. So, when people discover gut healthy foods like ferments, we want to make it fun and easy to participate. So, we encourage people to eat a variety of fermented foods, not just get stuck on any one thing. That's going to be a lot more interesting. So, because of that, we created a product line of over 40 products, different categories: olives, pickles, kimchi, sauerkraut, pickle juice. So, if you are going to consume fermented foods 3 times a day for the rest of your life, which is
Yeah.
what we suggest, you may as well mix it up and keep it interesting.
Yeah.
So, we're here for that.
I love it.
Yeah.
So great stuff. You guys told a little bit about the background story, about the origins of the business, the reasoning why. Where are we going now? What does the future look like?
First of all, the future is fermented. Let's
Yeah.
start with there.
I love it.
The second thing is we had the options to go to the route wholesale, to the retail, to supermarkets, but We actually found a better niche which we like to be connected direct to the customers called D2C. And when we connect one-on-one with the customers, we're learning a lot from the customers. And we hear the customers, and the customers' opinions matter for us,
Right.
comments, concerns. And that's how we address, and we got to over 40 different products, how often to eat them. And with that, we're putting a lot of effort to reach the nation with spreading the word of fermented food for gut health and reach it by selling it online nationwide.
Right.
And we have a beautiful variety, awesome options, very affordable pricings,
Yeah.
and even subscriptions that customers can buy and get and join to the health gut journey. So this is our goal first, to spread the word, and we have tons of testimonials, people who heal themselves over time, and that's alone make us feel like winners. So this is step one, I would say.
That's great.
What do you think?
Yeah, I was just going to say the Pickle Factory is our new retail venture. And the purpose and the point of the Pickle Factory, first of all, over 14 years, we've met so many pickle lovers, and there's like a person out there who identifies as a pickle lover. They come in, they've told us their stories. They're the ones that chugged pickle juice when they were a kid. They're obsessed, they're fanatics, they love pickles. So we know there's a pretty big group of these pickle lovers out there. And the whole point of the Pickle Factory is just to be a fun destination store for all things pickles. So we have tons of different apparel and accessories and gifts. And of course, we have our fermented product line. And we carry a lot of different pickle brands too. Vinegar, bread and butter, like a lot of different pickles are here at the Pickle Factory.
Well, it definitely is very fun in here. If you guys ever had a chance to go check out the Pickle Factory, you have to come check it out. But I wanted to segue into a question about like community. So you saying that you like got to listen to your community. How important is listening to your community, and like what do you believe the Pickle Factory can do for your community now? Like
Yeah.
being local here in a retail store.
Yeah. So first of all, we've always considered our connection to the community, the customer community, and then here in Jacksonville, Florida, super important. We're out at the farmers markets every single week, so we've personally talked to, made eye contact with, are on a first name basis with like so
in the
many.
last 14 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that's like immediate. It's like a live test market experience every single Saturday for 14 years.
Wow.
So we know what the questions are, what the FAQs are, where the like stumbling blocks are in understanding fermented foods, or even things like recipe ideas. Like all of this is coming from all of this exposure to our customers. How we see continuing that here at the Pickle Factory is we have an event space adjacent to the store, and we're going to do all kinds of fun things like fermentation workshops. We'll be hosting gatherings of certain like health and wellness movers and shakers here in town. So that's sort of how we're going to keep the thread of community connection going here at the Pickle Factory.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and providing a lot of good education
Yeah.
on fermented food.
Yeah.
So we also like to heal our community, spread the word, and show how easy it is to make. And if you don't want to make it, you can buy it.
Right. So beautiful. So in a world where we're moving, more toward eco-friendly, healthier, choices, being more health conscious, like where does the Pickle Factory fit into that? Like, how do you guys believe that you will help, us as humans in that journey?
Sure. So first of all, we have a sustainability initiative here at All of My Pickle. We are partners with Clean Hub, which is an organization that works internationally, and we have achieved plastic neutral status with them. And all that means is every time a customer buys something, a portion of that sale goes towards supporting Clean Hub. What they do is they stop plastic before it gets into the oceans.
Wow.
So in that way, we have achieved plastic neutral status, which means for the degree that we put out in the world, we are offsetting. Okay, so that's our Clean Hub sustainability initiative at All of My Pickle. We also have something pretty big in the works. We're not quite ready to talk about it yet, but stay tuned in 2025. We're going to have some cool news on that front.
Interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is great. So like one question I want to ask you, between you two, like who is the person who is like, we need to make this a huge priority in our business?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to answer that, and like for one of us to say, "Oh, okay, me." The reality is, we started making Shai's grandmother's pickles in our kitchen, and then we sold them at farmers markets. And we didn't realize until we were 2 years into the business that it was actually the process of lactic acid fermentation, which is what creates a probiotic pickle. So our customers came and told us this. I started doing the research and realized, oh, wow, we have like a legit superfood food brand on our hands. And that was, 12 years ago. So from that point of view, it was Shy's pickles from his grandmother,
Yeah.
and like customers telling us, and then the awareness sparking
Yeah.
right along the same time when all of this science that's getting done on microbiome research
Yeah.
started to hit mainstream. That's why you've got all these kombucha brands and probiotic supplements on the market. So it was this culmination of what's going on in medical and science and in market.
Yeah, and then Charlotte came up with the idea, let's make more pickles or more variety. And what about sauerkraut? Yeah, grandma used to make sauerkraut. What about fermented vegetables? Yeah, she did it. So she brought the variety in,
Yeah.
called the colors to the company. And then from there, we like, where else we can sell them and then sell it online. How are we going to get it online? She came up and wear the marketer hat.
Right.
I wear the chef hat.
Yeah.
And then we put together, then we build a team together, then we have a team supporting us. So we kind of like building layer by layer by
Yeah.
layer. And I would say every 3 months or I don't know, we wearing a new hat and the hat that, or new shoes that we never thought we will be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and today we're retailers.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
that's new. So.
Oh, it's such a beautiful story. I love the hat. Love that you mentioned the hat. So, what made you start to like want to branch into merchandising? Like, what was it about it? Like, how have
Yeah.
you guys seen it work for you guys? And
Yeah.
tell us about that.
Sure. So when we had the opportunity to move into the storefront of the property that we've been at for, a decade plus, I went searching for fun things to create a pickle themed store out of, and I found that there's not a ton of product out there.
Yeah.
So I realized, okay, if we're going to do this right, we're going to have to do it ourselves. So we opened the pickle factory. All of my pickle is, the key pickle brand in the pickle factory. But what we also did is we created a pickle merchandise brand called Because Pickles in the process. And that is a line of apparel, home items, gift items under our own brand that we
Yeah.
can control and make according to our standards of fun pickle themed merch. So
Nice.
it was all sort of an evolution.
Yeah.
And a year ago, we didn't plan on any of this. It just sort of evolved this way.
Yeah.
So.
And how did you guys stumble upon realthread? What was it about it? Were you guys just like searching on Google? Like,
Yeah.
what was it about that
Yeah.
how'd you find us to begin
Sure.
with?
Well, I like to work with local companies, and I consider anybody in Florida to be a local
Right.
company. And so I think I was probably Googling like Florida-based screen printing, premium quality, and
Yeah.
I found the Real Thread website, which is super easy to use, and I got so much information just as without having to contact the company and
Right.
and know a bunch of things.
Yeah.
It's super educational, and even down to like getting pricing, which is
Right.
just very helpful. And because Real Thread is local to us, it's just you guys are just like a couple hours away. Shy and I were able to actually go down and tour the facility and meet the salespeople and the account managers and the whole team. So just being close by,
Yeah.
and you guys get it and deliver an excellent product, and all of the like user functionality and the dashboards and
Yeah.
the process to order is set up to be like so easy. So
That's awesome.
all good things.
Plus the one thing, couple of things I love the most which caught me is how quick is your turnaround.
Yeah.
If you don't have the shirt in your warehouse, you will have the shirt the next day, if
Right.
not the same day. And it was wow. Your options of printing, like I think the one in the back here, the aliens, the printing, the colors, the separations, adding, and come to amazing results, just like how it's looked the graphics on
Right.
on our desk.
Yeah. So you feel
So-
like you can be extremely creative and we
Yeah.
can execute on it.
You execute, you meet, and you above and exceed your our expectations. You over deliver.
That's great.
And your customer service there is fantastic. Like Charlotte, when she was there in the beginning, she always got answers right away.
Yeah.
And orders always delivered before the ETA.
Yeah.
And that means a lot. And for Charlotte's point in the beginning, starting as a business and getting pricing help us a lot to
Yeah.
budget and finance for how much money we're going to allocate.
Minimize as much stress for you
Minimize.
guys as possible.
Yeah.
So you guys can focus on what y'all need to
Yeah,
do.
and you guys deserve all the credit and the business. So we
Yeah.
locked.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Like our team works really hard, and we're really excited to work with you guys, and I'm glad to hear that we went above and beyond, and you guys are extremely happy.
Yeah, for sure. And I will add this, and you can choose to keep it or not, but we were also intrigued by the 3PL option, which is something we may explore in the future
Yeah.
with our Because Pickles brand. We need to grow it to a size where it makes sense.
Yeah.
But that plus the printing capability was
yeah.
like this incredible potential solution.
Yeah.
So it was all
And so
that.
because you guys ship a lot of stuff out of here
We
as
do.
well.
Yeah, we're experienced, but that's kind of different. That's like a cold storage, and even though it's like pretty hard to do and somewhat complicated because
Right.
we're shipping cold storage, and it's just a different animal than
Yeah,
kind
different
of
animal than
dry
like
goods.
the retail
Yes.
items. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But even though we're like great at that, it seems a new challenge to deliver non-cold things. So so
And I guess we make it simple for you guys because we print it and then we could just ship it.
yeah,
So
yeah, totally.
that sounds awesome.
It's right there.
Yeah, no need to go back and forth and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So that's good. So one question I wanted to ask you guys is, what is, out of all the, I mean, you guys have a lot of merch. You
Yeah.
know, we've seen all different colors, all different, and these is just like a few designs you guys see here. But what is your favorite? And then what is your favorite?
Okay, so I'm actually wearing my favorite.
Yeah.
This is the Pickle Lover hoodie, the blue hoodie, and this is under the Because Pickles brand. And we collabed with this incredible artist named Mariana Fierro,
Yeah.
and she made a product line of like Pickle Lover things, and it's just the coolest stuff.
Yeah.
So this is my favorite. Yes.
And we really love when companies mixturing, screen printing with embroidery.
Yeah.
It just looks really elegant, really nice.
Yeah, that was Mariana had that idea to put the pickle here, and I like how it's overlapping the letter too. So
And the color contrasting just
Yeah.
blends, so it just looks wonderful.
the blue one's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So yeah, and then
I'm much simpler.
Yeah.
I like print, but for Charlotte's point, which I like the most, it's not just like under one designer. She's working with a few designers. My designer pick is also locally here in San Agustin, and future friends, and they design Make Pickles Not War.
Yeah.
I like it. Feel related to it as an Israeli.
Yeah.
Feel related to the pickles. I think it's cool design. It's kind of give the vibe of peace.
Yeah.
So
And you guys are really, excuse me, it looks like you guys really blended the difference, or the options between our super soft and our bold ink. Like I'm seeing here, this is our super soft ink.
yeah, and really, I think RealThread sort of like led the charge on deciding what the best applications were on a per design and per the t-shirts and the actual apparel item, the garment.
Yeah.
So you guys, I think the design team makes a lot of calls, I think a little bit here and there, and it's so far everything was delivered great. So
Yeah. Especially when someone is maybe unfamiliar, like, hey, like I like this blend of shirt, but I don't know what ink option is the best. I just know that this is the design I came up with. Can you guys execute it?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Our team of Vic is really,
You guys are the experts, so make the best decision for what the vision is over here.
Right.
And, make it happen, and you guys did a great job.
And you guys seem to have a lot of different variety of hats as well.
Yeah, we went with a lot of green hats.
I love the monochromatic look.
Yeah,
so it looks good.
That's
It's a good
kind
look.
of a theme. So little embroidery, a little bit of screen printing, trucker hats, dad hats. Yeah, a lot of variety.
All right, so the last question I want to ask you guys, this has been wonderful. What is the future for the, the pickle factory, the company at large?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Is there a new product line or things for the community? What can we expect?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun things in store for the future. First of all, we've been open for a month at the Pickle Factory, and our dream for the Pickle Factory is to franchise it nationwide and to make this not just a headquarters store in Jacksonville, but a fun pickle lovers destination nationwide. So that's going to be a focus over the next year, developing a store and the product mix and the dollars per square foot and the whole business side of creating a good, strong retail store so we can sell that to franchisees. On the All of My Pickle side, we're just growing by leaps and bounds as awareness for gut health and fermented foods continues to grow. We're going to be there to meet the need. So we're growing that business in the meantime. And because pickles, we just want to keep making cool, fun, pickle-themed products for all the pickle lovers out there.
That's awesome. Out of a franchise store, what would you say is like, what's a city you would love to see the Pickle
Ooh,
Factory?
yeah. Well, we're like Floridians, so
Yeah.
it'd be fun to grow throughout Florida,
Mm-hmm.
in like tourist destination places, and also sort of like Main Street, like
I would say
independent retail hubs. So it would be fun to put a pickle factory in those types of
Yeah.
places.
I wouldn't mind to see it in Times Square, New York City.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Times Square.
I mean, shoot for the stars. I mean,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
not? I mean, right? Why not have a
Yeah.
little kiosk in the Jag Stadium?
Yeah, that's the thing. The fun part about what we're doing is we can create little like smaller footprints and kiosks for airports, small and larger stores like ours, which is 3,000 square feet and everything in between. So a lot of different potential out there because there's so many people that love pickles
Right.
everywhere.
So where can we find you guys like on social media? Like where are you guys at? Where can people go and follow you?
Sure. So all of my pickle is you can go to Instagram, of course, our website, allofmypickle.com, and you can follow the Pickle Factory as well on Instagram because Pickles is on Instagram and TikTok.
Hey, well, thank you so much for coming out. We know RealThread is super excited, with our partnership. I'm super happy that we got to, hear a little bit more about, the Pickle Factory, the company at large, where you guys came from, where you're at right now, and where you're going. And we can't be more excited for you guys. So thank you guys so much, for taking the time,
Yeah.
to let us interview you guys and hear about this, success story.
Thank you.
Awesome.
This
Thanks
is really
for-
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for being here, and maybe let's go grab a pickle for lunch.
I would love that.
Awesome.